Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic on Board Game Geek, bringing you episode number 4 of our Sentinels of the Multiverse playthrough using the Wrath of the Cosmos expansion. We are playing against Deadline and the Thorath capital, and our heroes are all from either brand new expansions like Guys and or bonus cards like Knife, which came with my pre-order of the Wrath of the Cosmos, and Captain Cosmos and Skyscraper, which are the two heroes from the expansion specifically. So, with that said, we're not going to waste any time. I was traveling, so this got a little delay in the filming of this, but we're going to keep on going, and we get to start with, of course, our villain turn, which is probably not going to go too well for our heroes, but we'll see what we can accomplish and see how it goes. We're not doing too badly so far. We got them down to 59 points. Nobody's under 20 hit points yet, so we're doing okay. Just got to keep at it and make sure we try to play as quickly as possible, because that's the challenge with all these characters. You know what's challenging with these characters? A lot of them give their cards to other characters, and it's very hard to keep track of when you're playing all of them. But we're going to give it the best shot we can. So let's go to the villain deck, Deadline, and start the villain turn. Okay kids, here we are with the villain Deadline. We're going to see if he's got any start of turn effects in play. He does not. So just looking at his cards just to be sure. Going to have to double check on every one of these when we go. Oh wait, we do. We have at the start of the villain turn right here. This is the Calculated Orogenesis. It's an ongoing catastrophe card. At the start of the villain turn, play the top card of the environment deck. Then that environment card deals each non-villain target 2 melee damage. Okay, so we're going to play the Thorath capital card right here. Ouch, this is not good. This is the Thorathian military. They have 4 hit points, and they reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. Also, at the end of the environment turn, the card deals each non-Thorathian target 2 energy damage. But we're not going to do that yet. We're going to place that there. What we're going to do is this. We're going to deal each non-villain target 2 hit points. So let's go to the app and start with, I think, some logic. We get to apply this. One of the nice things about this game is we get to apply this in any order we want. So we got 2 melee damage. Let's go take a look at what we're going to do. Okay, I'm quickly glancing over the cards to make sure that our heroes don't have something that's going to prevent them from taking additional damage. So we do have the Energy Bracer with Captain Cosmos there. And we do have, the Thorathian Monolith is in play with Skyscraper. It says, at the start of her turn we're going to destroy this card, but it says when the card, reduce damage dealt to Skyscraper by 2, redirect any damage that would be dealt to a hero target to Skyscraper. So, what's going to happen since it hasn't got the Skyscraper's turn again yet, these 2 points, doesn't say it from the villain, it says from any card that would deal the hero's damage. Those 2 points are going to hit her. Since she reduces it by 2, she's going to absorb all the damage. Each of those hits is, well, essentially there's 1 hit to her. If there was 1 hit for each hero, that'd be 4 hits at 2 points each. Each one would be absorbed by 2 melee, by the 2 reduction in damage. It doesn't say it's irreducible. So essentially that damage all hits her and completely bounces off. That's pretty cool. Now, I think there's also something right here. This card here, this Vitality Conduit that went to Skyscraper by Captain Cosmos, it says whenever this target is dealt damage, the target regains 2 hit points. Now, I'm making a judgment call on this. She wasn't actually dealt damage. She blocked it all. So she took no points of damage, so I don't believe that we get to increase her hit points that way. If she had taken the damage, I would say yes, but I don't believe that she did. However, that is not the end of the villain's turn. That was just the beginning. Okay, now we actually get to draw a villain card, and then we're going to do end of the turn effects, which there is one that we have to contend with, but let's do this first. Okay, we get Unnatural Disaster. It's a one-shot. Reveal the top heroes. That means three, or yeah, we have 4 heroes minus 1, so it's 3 cards of the villain deck. Put all catastrophe cards revealed into play. We've seen this ugly thing before, haven't we? Discard any that aren't. So let's hope we don't get all catastrophes. Well, here's one, the first one we draw, of course. Unleashed Hurricane. Ongoing catastrophe. At the start of the villain's turn, which you've already passed, we do heroes minus 2, so that's 2. Players must put 1 card from their hand on top of their deck. Deadline deals hero minus 2, so 2 non-villain targets with the highest hit points, 1 cold damage each. So that goes into place. So we now have 2. Remember, he flips if we have 3, and that's really bad. So let's draw the next one. We're going to draw 3 total cards. This is, of course, man, they're all going to be catastrophes, aren't they? That just bites. Ongoing catastrophes, calculated Orogenesis, which is already out. So we'll put that one down. That's also start of the turn. It's not going to matter because there's 3 of them, so it doesn't matter. They're all going to blow up in our face. And then Subduction Super Zone. This is going to be a really damaging turn for our heroes. How quickly things turn after blocking that. Actually, this is going to be a hugely damaging turn for our single hero Skyscraper, who's going to absorb most of this damage, or all of it, because it's not her turn yet. If at the start of the villain turn, it doesn't matter. Okay, now guys, here's the problem. Okay, so that was the card draw. We drew that horrible card. I wonder how many of those are there on the deck, because that would be, I think, the second one we've drawn. We drew one in the very beginning. Okay. Now we move to the end of the villain turn. At the end of the villain turn, if there are 3 or more catastrophe cards in play, flip Deadline's villain character cards. Otherwise, play the top card of the villain deck. So we're not going to do the otherwise. We're going to flip it again. I haven't actually played the 2 cards from his villain deck yet this game, after I made a correction and restarted, because of this stupid thing. It keeps going off on us. Okay, so we're going to flip that to Deadline's Remorseful Eco-Vandal side, where it then says, at the end of the villain turn, destroy all environment cards and shuffle the environment deck. That's 2. Environment trash into the environment deck. Okay, so we're going to do that first. So there are 2 environment cards. We're going to put them in there, and we're going to shuffle them away. Boom. Okay. Then destroy all. Wait, let's make sure we do this right. Okay. Finished with that. Okay, next. Then destroy all catastrophe cards and shuffle the. Okay. And Deadline deals each non-villain target X irreducible damage, fire damage, and removes the top X cards of the environment deck from the game, where X equals the number. So there's 4. Okay, so we're going to take all of these off. They're gone. He does his eco thing and blows up on us. So 4 points of damage. Okay, irreversible damage goes to our hero, but it would go, I think it goes to all heroes, but it's all going to go to, man, this is, whew, okay. Destroy all catastrophe cards, and Deadline deals each non-villain target X irreducible fire damage. Woohoo! Okay. So that's 4 points. Now, reduce damage dealt to Skyscraper by 2. Nope, we won't be doing that. Redirect any damage that would be dealt to a hero to Skyscraper. At the start of your next turn, destroy this card. We haven't gotten there yet. But we do have this. Play this card next to, that's the Vitality Conduit. Play this card next to the target. Whenever the card is dealt damage, the target regains 2 hit points. So we have to keep that in mind. We also have this Augmented Ally card, which doesn't help us here. Let's start the hero turn. So let's go to our app. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this. There's no more environment cards in there. Now, we still have something to do with the environment deck, which is also very bad. But we'll flip this just for the heck of showing it on the other side. Doesn't really matter much. Now let's start with Guys. So Guys would take 4 points of damage, but he doesn't. It goes to Skyscraper. Skyscraper cannot reduce the damage. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. But because of the Vitality Conduit, she gains 2. Boom. Okay, now I got to actually add the Vitality Conduit in here. For some reason it's not on our list. Okay. Next up, the Energy Bracer takes 4 points of damage, but it doesn't. Let me make sure we do this right with this card. It says reduce any damage dealt redirected to dealt to a hero target. So let's look up hero target. There might be a difference between a hero. I think a hero target is any card that let's take a look here. Hero target, it's right there. Any target that is also a hero card or hero character card. So that does count for all of these. Can you imagine? Man, we might lose Skyscraper in a turn because of this nonsense. Okay. Anyway, energy bracers would take 4 damage, but they don't. She does. 1, 2, 3, 4, but she gets to heal back 2. Boom. Okay, we're not going to lose her, but it's going to be ugly. Augmented ally would take 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, but we get to heal her back 2. 1, 2. Vitality conduit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back 1, 2. Captain Cosmos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to 1, 2. And then knife. Wait. I wonder if we could do this first. Let me think about this. She has something that might help her, I think. No, it won't matter. Sorry, forget it. So, just looked at her cards. I want to make sure I'm capturing everything. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, back to 2. She went from 24 hit points down to 12 in one event. Man, rough stuff. Okay, now we have to go back. We're not done yet. We've got to go back to Deadline's card. Skyscraper, man, she really ate it on that one. At least she got to heal back some, and we're going to have to try and figure out a way to heal her up. Okay, next up. Now we have to permanently remove 4 cards from here, and if ever we end up with no cards in here, we lose the game. Okay, he's vandalizing the ecosystem of the Dokthorath capital. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 are gone from the game. I'm putting them aside. They don't come back. That means we can't have that happen too often, can we? Okay, now that's it. That's the end of his turn. I think that's enough. Okay, now we're gonna, man, we got to do some serious damage to her or something. That's just ridiculous. Okay, now we're gonna wrap around to guys. That was really rough. Deadline, man, we got to get rid of that guy. Okay, going back to, now we're gonna go to guys' character's turn. We're gonna start the character turns now. Okay, so we have this. It says at the start of your turn, destroy this card. So this card goes into guys' trash, and we're gonna play a card. Okay, we're going to play the one that I didn't play right when I first started the game. We're going to play Blatant Reference. Samuel Jackson. Pulp Fiction. Got it. Okay. Boom. Okay. Basically, it says, look how cool I am. Just like that actor, what's his name. So, at the end of each hero turn, that's each hero turn, guys may discard a card, and if he does 1 target, 1 projectile damage. Okay, that's the card he played. Now, he's going to use his power. Tough choices. Power. Draw a card or play a card. How to choose. Also, guys deals 1 target, 1 melee damage. But who? So we're going to draw a card. It says draw a card or play a card. So we're going to draw a card because I want cards to discard. This is Gritty Reboot. Okay. Cool. We'll keep that in our hand for right now. We're not going to do anything with it. And then he gets to do 1 point of damage, which of course he's going to do to Deadline. Boom. Now we're going to draw a card for his draw a card action or part of the turn, and then we're done with his turn. So that ends guys' turn for this round. Now we're going to go on to Skyscraper. Okay, at the start of your turn, destroy this card. So we are no longer the Thorathian Monolith. That is gone. I'm going to put that on her discard pile. Then we're going to play another card for her. Well, she's kind of mad, but she does have the Vitality Conduit in this. It says at the start of the hero turn, their player may discard a card. If they do, they use a power immediately. That really doesn't help us that much. The Skyscraper's power, when she is in huge form, is Concussive Clap, which we will use, but we can't use it twice. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Explosive Reveal. It's a one-shot. Now, what this does is it's to switch Skyscraper to her normal size, so we're going to do that, unfortunately. She's not going to remain huge. So we're going to place that over there. And she is now normal, which is going to allow her to draw 2 cards. That's cool because she's only got 2 cards left. Now it says destroy any number of link cards. Well, she's only got 1 link card in play, and that's with Knife. It's the Micro Assembler, which she's going to destroy. only one, and it says deal up to X targets 2 projectile damage and 2 fire damage each, where X is the number of cards destroyed this way. So X is going to be 1, so we're just going to destroy, we're going to attack 1 target, which is going to be deadline for 2 melee and 2 fire, or 2 projectile rather, and 2 fire damage. It doesn't matter what type of damage it is. He's not specifically immune to anything, so he's just going to take 4 points of damage. So he's down to now 54. We just whittling away at him as he clobbers a hero in a turn like he did last turn. Okay, let's go back to Skyscraper. So that was a one-shot, so we're going to discard that. Okay, now she's going to get to use a power. Her power that she has in play right now, I think, yeah, she's going to do this. It's the only one she can do, is draw 2 cards. It's called Surveillance. So she gets to draw 2 cards. She gets the Thorian Monolith. I'm not ready to do that again, or Thorathian. And another Explosive Reveal, but she doesn't have any cards in play. Okay, that now she's going to draw a card because it's that part of the turn. Aggressive Modulator, that's pretty good. It's a link card, and we'll deal with those when they come up so we don't take too long reading cards in the middle of turns. And then, since it's the end of the turn, Guys is going to do his thing. At the end of each hero turn, you may discard 1 card. If you do 1 target, 1 projectile damage. We're going to do that. So he is going to discard. Selling Out. I don't really like that card that much. It just doesn't appeal to me. So he discards that, and yeah, it's only 1 point of damage, but it adds up. Anyway, I also wanted to show you this. This is a promo card. If you have the app, if you got the Sentinels and the Multiverse app a while back, there was an option to get a promo card, and I did. I got the Super Scientific Tachyon, which is pretty cool. Anyway, I just want to show you that. Also, I wanted to make note that if you've been following Handelabra Games, they made an announcement about a bunch of packs and the expansions coming out. They're coming soon. I mean, they're starting to come soon. I think the first one has, who's in it? Unity, the Gulch environment, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, and Ambuscades, the villain. So that's really cool. It's going to keep adding to the app, and it's eventually you'll be able to play everything you're playing here, which is awesome. Okay, that ends Skyscraper's turn. Now let's move on to Captain Cosmos, or Cosmic, rather. Okay, let's see. We got some cards for him. He's got another Energy Bracer, Destructive Response. The first time a construct card is destroyed each turn, Captain... Ooh. Because there are a bunch of... Okay, he's going to play this, that's for sure. The reason he's playing that is because he's got... Right now there's 2 cards that have the Energy Bracer and Skyscraper's Augmented Ally that only have 1 hit point. And then his Energy Bracer has got... man, I'm missing his Energy Bracer too. There's 2 Energy Bracers up. I gotta make sure they're all out, because... oh, you know what that means? I'm not going to do it on screen, but he had that out already. So that actually means that Skyscraper theoretically took 2 more points of damage. I fixed it. She's at 10 because this would have taken damage as well. Sorry, hard to keep track of. Okay, so that was our card play. That goes into play. Now we're going to use a power. I think we're going to reveal the top card of his deck, put it into play, or go into your hand. That's his power, his fabrication power, so we're going to do that. Whoop! Vitality Conduit. Play this card next to a target whenever the target is dealt damage. These are not unique, so you know what I'm going to do to try and heal up Skyscraper is I'm going to put it into play, and I'm going to put it into play with Skyscraper. So Skyscraper's got 3 constructs from Captain Cosmic up right now. It doesn't say I can't do that. So the way I look at it is if she takes damage, she's going to heal 4 points. So hopefully this will help her get back to recovery. But that ends his power. So we're going to draw a card for him. And then Guys is going to exercise his blatant reference card and discard a card and do some damage. So Captain Cosmic's not doing any damage, but he sure is getting stuff out to the players. What am I going to discard for Goober here? Guys, I think I'm going to discard I Can Do That Too. This is a pretty good card, but he's got another one in his hand. So I'm going to discard that, and I'm going to do another point of damage to Deadline. That ended Captain Cosmic's turn. So now we're on to Knife. Now, Knife, I'm looking to see if she's got anything that says at the start of turn. Does not appear so. Okay, well, she does have two things that increase her damage, so we definitely want to try and do damage this turn. Now let me see, let me look at her cards and see what she's got to play. She's got a flawless execution. Whenever damage dealt by knife reduces a target to one hit, that's not going to happen. We got overdo it, and we got battlefield experience. It's got a power. Knife deals one target 2 melee damage and 2 energy damage, then destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, you may draw one card and play one card. That's awesome. So we're going to do that. Okay, we're going to put that into play. That's going to be our card play, and then we're going to use this power. So why would I use this power? Well, it's going to be augmented by this. Increased melee damage dealt. No, wait. One target 2 melee damage. So the 2 melee damage will be increased by 1 here, and this is energy damage, and so both of them will be increased by 1. So we're going to do 3 and 3. So this is going to do 6 points, and then we'll follow up with the second part of that. So she is doing 6 points of damage this turn using her battlefield experience. She's got the enhancements from her prototype servo gauntlet and her focusing conduit blade. But that does 1, 2, 3 melee damage and 1, 2, 3 energy damage. So, man, that's good. 46, got him down to 46, almost halfway. Woohoo! Okay, now we destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, you may draw one card and play one card. So we're going to do that. We're going to draw a card. It doesn't say you have to play this card. It says you can play a card. Reduce damage dealt to knife by 1, or damage dealt to knife by the villain target with the highest HP by 1. Power, destroy, draw 2 cards and destroy this card. So, okay, we'll put that in play. Why not? I like that one. Do I have anything better? No, we're going to do that one. Well, I could do flawless execution whenever damage dealt by knife. Yeah, that one's not going to help us right now, so we're good. Okay, that was that. Now, we used a power, so now we're going to draw a card. So we draw Primed Punch. Her powers are all similar to this. She can lay it down as an ongoing. It's going to give some enhancement. If she uses it for the damage, it gets destroyed. That's her theme. Okay. And then again, Guys is going to do his little bitty thing there, because that's 3 points of damage this turn, so that's pretty good. Tell you what we're going to get rid of here, I think, is... I like this total beefcake one, but it redirects... I'm going to keep that one, definitely, I think. I don't know, guys. This is hard. Okay, we're going to get rid of that one. That one's weird, and you got to give high fives to people, and I'm the only one here. So that's going to allow us to deal one more point of damage to Deadline. Okay, well that marks the end of Knife's turn. So, man, I don't know if we're going to win. I'm worried that those stupid cards coming out and piling up the catastrophes, we're going to lose this deck first. But anyway, we got to draw a card from here. So we draw Gene-Bound Ravagers. At the end of the environment turn, which will be now, this card deals each non-minion target 2 melee damage. So that's everybody, basically. So, let's go around and do that. We'll start with our bad guy. Our bad guy's not a minion. Takes 2 points of damage from that card. That's awesome. Okay, next I think we're going to do Captain Cosmic, and I'll tell you why. So each non-minion target, so he would normally take, is it 2 points? Let me look at that again. 2 melee damage, but his bracers, he's got a bracer on, and that is going to reduce that damage by 1. So before we do damage to the bracer, we're going to do that. So he takes 1 point of damage. Now, his energy bracer also takes 1 point of damage and gets destroyed. But this is where this game is getting really tough for me, guys. He's got this card. The first time a construct card is destroyed each turn, so this is the first time, Captain Cosmic deals up to 3 targets 1 energy damage each. Well, so let me get the Gene-Bound guys up here. Gene-Bound Ravagers, because he's going to do 1 to them and 1 to them. Now, he's also going to do 1 to Skyscraper, because she's got the 2 cards, the 2 constructs of Vitality Conduits, which I need to add another one here, don't I? There's 2 Vitality Conduits there, yeah. So, it says, play this, whenever whenever this card is dealt damage, Wow. So she actually is less by 6 points, because that was only this card, not her. This the well, she only had one of the vitality conduits up. She had 2 cards, so she would take. Holy mother of Mobijiba. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry I did that wrong. She's actually down to 4 points of damage. But so the first thing we're going to do with that is Captain Cosmic's going to redirect that at the vitality conduit. Okay. So it takes 1 point of damage, but she gets 2. So she's back up to 6. We're still going to use that to help heal her, but man, that was devastating. Now, why did she go back down to 6? Because I was accidentally taking 2 points away. I thought it was damage done to her, so I took 2 points away from every hero card that took damage on her behalf. I think that was right. I don't know. The Vitality Conduit took 2. She might be, I don't know, guys. I got lost on that. We're going to say she's at 6 points right now. Hey, help me out. Tell me how many points she should be at. If you can figure it out, God bless you. Or whatever bless you. Okay, that wrapped up that issue. So we just, I'm doing the points for these guys, right? So we destroyed a conduit. So did I do the damage to them? I did. So we did 1 to them, 1 to the conduit, and I think it's, is it 3 points? 3 targets. So the other target is going to be him. Okay. That's that. Right? Okay, now we got to do the heroes. Okay. So, guys doesn't have anything stopping damage, so he's going to take 2 points. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't. Yeah, I'm just making sure he doesn't have anything. In the turn, okay. And then the augmented ally, unfortunately, is going to go away. So I'm going to take that and put it in Captain Cosmos' trash. You know, it'd be awesome if he got some bonus got some card that does something with all the constructs that are in his trash. I'm sure there's something that does that. Okay. Then this one, the Vitality Conduit takes 1. We already did that one for that one. The Energy Bracer takes 1. Captain Cosmic does not take 1 because he is wearing a bracer, so we're going to reduce that damage by 1. Okay. Trying to make sure I do that. So he is going to take 1 point of damage. Okay, fair enough. Skyscraper is going to take 2 points. This is unbelievably bad. And Knife is going to take 2 points. I think we're going to lose Skyscraper. That card, that Thorathian thing where she took all the damage, really just devastated her. She might be at 2 points now. I lost track. So I think we're close. I'm not going to sweat it. She's either 2 or 4 points. Either way, she's probably going down soon, unless we can come up with some way to heal her big time. Okay, that is going to end the environment turn. That was a crazy turn, guys. If you spot some mistakes, let me know. This is getting really hard to manage. I'm having fun with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying it. It's just kind of crazy, and I don't want you guys beating me up too bad over this. I'm trying. Anyway, and I'm joking with you guys. I'm fine with whatever you want to throw my way, but I've pretty thick skin. I don't take things personally very easily. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the turn. So we're going to end it there. Thanks for watching. And wow, that was a pretty crazy, convoluted turn, wasn't it? Talk to you soon, guys. Again, don't let that turn you off on this game if you don't play this game. It is completely different when you have, in this case, it would be 4 people sitting around the table playing the game together, because it's easy for you to say, oh, I have this card, I can do this, even if it belongs to Captain Cosmic. The problem is I have to remember everybody that's got Captain Cosmic's cards, and that's the hard part. So if this was just me playing one character, it would be a piece of cake, but it's not. And then the other nice thing about having all the people playing is that they all help with the villain and the environment stuff. So that way it's easier not to miss. So again, and this game, while it can absolutely be played solo, some of the newer characters in that are much harder to play in that mode. If I went back to the basic characters, Pachyon, and even some of the, some of the harder ones. Visionary, actually not hard, just more difficult to survive. Any of the big Wrath, any of those, their cards are, they're simpler, they're easier to play in this mode, but that's not the point. We wanted to show you the new characters, so that's what we're playing. Anyway, still love the game. It's a lot of fun, enjoying it. I also got something in a couple of Kickstarters that came through. That one was long in the mail. I don't know why it took so long, but it's Escape Zombie City by Queen Games, and it came with the 3 Queenie promos and a couple of extra games, Architecton and New York. And I think what I'm going to do with those 2 games, they're cool games, but I already have New York. I don't remember why. I think it was just in the bundle, so I kept it. I think I'm going to give those away to you guys. What do you think? Anyway, I'll probably post a separate video on that. I'm thinking about that. I also have some other games that I got in promos and that I haven't opened. I might do a really cool big bundle to give to somebody. That'd be fun. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you next time it'll be episode 5.